Hello everyone, I'm Ferdi Salvador. Join us in unlocking the tricks of the trade here on Trade Talks. Let's get down to business. The EC clothing brand is a collaboration between Eustacia Stacy Rodriguez and Carlos del Prado. The couple wanted a unisex brand that promotes travel and sustainability. Their own travels across the globe has led to the discovery of various textiles. Part of their goal is to generate as little waste as possible in their production. Let's find out more about EC. We'll be speaking with Stacy Rodriguez and Carlos Del Prado, the founders of EC. Good morning, folks.
Hi, Ferdi.
Morning.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
And I try to dress appropriately for both of you today because I know you guys are super fashion forward, but more than that, organically fashion forward.
We kind of all figured out the memo, though.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we're very collection today. I like it.
So let's start from the beginning. You created a brand because you wanted to dress uniquely. I mean, you're both in society. You're both in the party scene, and that's a cool game, right?
Yeah.
It is.
And so, why did you decide to put out together EC?
So it's funny. The one of the first things we did together as a couple was kind of build a pair of pants that would fit both of us. And the idea was to build a brand that a couple can go on a trip with just one suitcase and share their clothes.
Wow.
If you had to pull stuff out of one bag.
Wow.
Yeah.
Both of you were
So
gonna
the
need to
idea
wear
of unisex and also like boxy cuts.
Yeah.
That was always the kind of foundation of the idea.
Number one, that saved you a lot of luggage space.
So
Number
more-
two, no excess luggage.
Yes, more room for
Or
shopping.
you
Yes.
have the other bag for the stuff you're gonna bring home.
Yeah.
But then, if you brought only one pair of pants, what's the other one gonna wear?
that's we never bring just one. We
pair of
bring five
pants.
still.
But that's so unusual because a lot of couples, well, normally they don't wear
Yes.
similar outfits or similar cuts because they want to be individual in their branding or in their sense of style, basically. But you made it work, and obviously that first pair of pants that you guys created made a relationship stronger.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's not a very common thing to do in your first part of your relationship. But then it was just so instinctive for both of us because he worked in retail and I already had my brand.
Right.
So fashion was really something that we bonded about.
What was your first brand, Stacy?
It's still existing. It's called Eustacia. So it's a women's wear line where we do made to order and also RTW.
Yes, you trained in New York.
Yes.
Did you go to fashion school?
So I
what's
moved. I moved to New York for some years back, then lived there for 4 years. I went to school in Parsons School of Design, and I did fashion design there. And in the same stint, I did a lot of little internships and work jobs for some brands. I did Altazara and the Row while I was there, which is where a lot of the learning happened for me. In New York, you're sometimes in Manila, you're made to think that you're gonna make it, but then you go to a place like New York,
and nobody knows you.
Yeah, nobody knows me, and then I have to learn a lot of things.
Yes.
And being in Parsons, the pace was fast, and the technical side was just something that you had to learn to build all these clothes.
Right. So, and based on your experience there, you're able to build successful brands, basically, because, and of course, it also helps that your mother, Fer Rodriguez, is one of the Philippines' best dressed women.
Yes, I mean,
is that where your fashion genealogy comes from?
I mean, I think I grew up in a very, very creative-centric world wherein my brother's an interior decorator and my mother is just on the nose all the time.
She's creative.
Yeah,
yes.
creative with herself and how she presents herself.
Yes.
So I think you could say that at such a young age, I was already so inspired in terms of fashion and design.
Right. What about you, Carlos? How did you come up with a brand like this? What's your background?
I guess coming from a family as well, for me it was my grandfather. I mean, watching him kind of get dressed and do his thing.
Is he a dandy?
Most definitely.
Oh, okay.
Most definitely. I didn't even know what that word meant when I was growing up and seeing him. And it was only much later on when my lola was the one who was saying, that's the one, that you picked that up from that guy.
Really? Yeah. But you do DJ, you do other creative stuff.
Yes,
Tell me about your background so we can put together your creative journey with EC.
Yeah, I guess figuring out this whole intersection of where music and clothing and just trying to figure out, have a nice time, kind of just where everything sort of came together for us, I think.
Yeah, and I think the idea of feeling good in what you wear and what you do is really a big ethos of our brand.
Yeah.
And okay, a while ago during my introduction of the both of you, you're trying to live a life wherein fashion is the center of it as a business, but also trying to be zero waste. How is that possible as a business?
It's such a scary feat to proclaim, actually.
Yes.
But we do what we can in terms of production, and that way we reuse all of our fabrics. We try to
the scraps. The
so here, like for example, we do a lot of patchworking. It's also a nice visual of how we are as a brand, because we travel the world in search of the most beautiful fabrics, and we put them together in our own eye. So that way, even the last bit of fabric in our production will be used. They won't go and clog the streets or
It's nice to be able to see what a normal day, what the waste coming out of the shop would be like. To see that bag go from something like this to something like this. That for us is already, that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, let's go talk about that kind of waste, because there's clamor over fast fashion and its contribution to
absolutely
garbage around the world, right? Have you ever thought about putting fast fashion items that were purchased and no longer loved and put it into your collections?
We have thought about working with other things and putting them into our collections.
To upcycle.
To
so
upcycle,
to speak, right?
And we've done things where we've torn like old clothing and put them together as part of our clothing.
Sort of rebuilt.
And I think that's really what a lot of our process is like. It's like collaging.
Right.
It's putting together different unusual aspects of different clothing together.
Yeah, but with that being said, Carlos, do you only make a certain piece? Everything's obviously unique, but do you only make one piece of something? What if another client wants the same thing?
Well, we have a number in mind, right? So we're trying to work with as minimal of a stock as we can.
Right.
So we'll only buy as much fabric as we can in order to make, say, 3 to 4. And then when it comes down to making something specific or special for a client, then that's where we get even more specific and
Well,
specialized.
thank God
and
for
meticulous.
Stacy's technical know-how in fashion school.
Exactly. 'Cause, yeah.
But again, you guys travel the world to get fabrics. What are the most interesting places that inspires your collections?
If we'll go first.
Please.
Stacy?
So for me, there's a top 3 in terms of inspiration. It's Japan, India, and Italy. Japan, it's just the way they are and the way they approach so many fields. It's not just fashion, the way they
Pursuit
approach
of perfection.
Yeah, pursuit of perfection, always room for improvement. And then for India, it's oh my God, it's just the fabrics are unbeatable. The kind of fabrics you get, it's just also stepping into a place where it's been untouched by time. You're like instantly invigorated and inspired. And then with being in Italy, it's the way they live.
Actually, it really makes sense when you said that, Stacy, because I can even go further with that. Japan is the structure.
Yes.
India is the textile and the way you celebrate those textiles.
Sort of spirit.
Right.
Yes.
And Italy is the fashion-forward colors of your collections.
Yes.
When you were telling me that earlier, I was like, well, I can really see it. Like those 3 top places that inspires you has actually translated in the way you dress.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's
That shows up.
prevalent. Yeah.
Yes, and that's instant because I of course I always check out your posts and your collections, and it just clicked in my head. They are so correct, right? What about the Philippines, Carlos? You guys don't look for fabrics in the Philippines?
Oh no, we do, of course. We do. So long as we're here and we're at home, it's always easy to be. It's always ideal to be able to find something that's from here. That's also something that we're trying to figure out as well is how do we start to take a closer look at what the textile industry here can possibly be, because that's also something that
Or what's left
requires-
of it,
What's
yeah.
left of it.
Yes,
anyway.
Stace. I mean, obviously, you just said what's left of the
Yes.
textile industry here. Are there any communities that you want to work with or are currently working with?
Currently working with some weavers and some embroiderers in Laguna.
Yes.
Because we do some work in, we do some custom barongs as well for some people. Of course, they're very out of the box, and we work closely with them. However, there's so much more to discover that we haven't. And I think maybe that's really in the line for us in the next few months, is to kind of look inward as well.
And what about collabing with other designers or brands? Carlos?
More than happy to be able to.
Have
figure
you
something out.
gone down that route, rather?
Not much. I think much of the collaborations we've done are with like different brands. We've done like patchwork hats for a party called Unknown before. We've collaborated with Happiness
Research Facilities.
That's
that's more homeware and things like that. So it's like this intersection of, if we can do clothing, and if we can work with somebody that does something that's kind of different as well, and we find the meeting point of those two disciplines, that's always exciting for
Let's
us
go
as well.
talk more about that later. We're just going to take a quick break. Trade Talks will be right back. Welcome back to Trade Talks. We continue our conversation with the founders of EC, Stacy Rodriguez and Carlos Del Prado. So before the break, we're talking about collaborations. Now, what I'd like to ask you is, where do you want to take this brand? Stacy?
You know, we often think about growth, and that he and I, this brand means so much to us. And for as much as it's going well, a lot of pressures from outside are telling us, make it bigger, get more people. But then, of course, there's fear of letting go of the concept, because sometimes with growth comes a little bit of sacrifice. However, I think that next year, this is where we're wanting to do it. A little more growth, but in terms of making it a lifestyle brand.
I was about to ask you, because I don't see it only as a fashion brand, but a lifestyle brand. And this is why you've been invited to the High Life, because it takes a certain character or customer base to be able to wear your clothes. These are global, travelers, and place. They know what they want.
Yep.
Exactly.
They're probably already established financially, so this is their expression of their creativity. Where do you want to take it, Carlos?
Well, we were just talking about this as well, that we'd like to be able to start seeing it kind of cross outside of just the clothing discipline and see where.
Homeware?
Absolutely, because we've started to try and make small things here and there, but I think maybe at the time when we tried, it wasn't quite the right moment. And maybe now this is where we'd like to be.
What are the biggest challenges, Stacy and Carlos, that you guys have faced since putting together the brand? And I'm only talking about business, and let's not talk about the relationship.
I mean, I think a lot of it is production,
Yes,
because we work
absolutely.
with such small amounts.
Yes.
So it's really learning the timing of it all.
Yes.
Like with the way that the Filipino workers do their pace, and also in accordance to how we want to release our stuff. We have to release stuff a little more often because we make such small amounts.
Right.
However, it requires us to be sharp on our thoughts and our creativity to make sure that we have something available for people all the time.
Is this a discipline issue, Carlos, from your workforce or for your production?
I wouldn't want to have to put it as a discipline issue, but it's definitely something that I'll speak for myself, on my end and on their end, it's a learning process, right? I mean, we're both kind of figuring out the timing of all these things, because it is a sort of dance.
Right. I mean, I'm not gonna ask you the question, do you guys ever run out of ideas? Because obviously, when you see a piece of fabric, you're like, all right, this is what we're gonna do with it. But how do you balance your relationship romantically and your relationship as business partners?
How do we?
With a lot of with a lot of talk and communication through the whole thing. I mean,
does that
Yeah.
entail you talking to yourself or with Stacy?
all of it, all of it.
Yeah, I think,
Stacey?
I
All of
think
the
some
above.
people think that it's to compartmentalize, but I disagree.
Okay.
I think if you handle things at home, then things at work are good too. So it's just about transparency. It's saying what you feel at that moment already, not wasting any time, not making issues. Of course, as much as you can. No promises. But we do our very best to be straightforward with each other so that it doesn't have to trickle down to the personal side.
Right.
If sometimes they say it's hard to be working with someone that you're in a relationship with. I think it's easier than working with someone you're friends with.
Yes.
Because
Oh, that's a different twist.
I would agree with that as well.
Because, you know,
'Cause
we're
I've
used to
done-
fighting.
yeah.
Okay. But how do you divide your roles? Who does what? Stace?
I think it's very clear that when it comes to the technical and design side, I come in and he's more the everyday, like, how do we get this done kind of guy.
So production, who does the marketing?
It's together.
That's something we work on together.
Wow. But okay, there easy also stands for living easy and lightly. What does that philosophy mean to the both of you?
It's a very, very important part of the brand. I think now that because usually when we travel for fabrics, a lot of it is tied into, because he's also a DJ. And we realize that life, although there are hard parts, it doesn't have to be hard. It's about loving what you do. And that's why we make clothes for people that feel like it's easy to live. It doesn't
Is
have
that the emotion that you both want to emanate from your
Absolutely.
garments?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It's not about life being so much that it's an easy life. It's more about being able to understand this is who I am and where I come from, and this is as close to who I'm supposed to be as I can.
Yeah, it's a work towards yourself so that
Yes.
everything else is easy.
Right. How do you both feel about the Philippine fashion scene at the moment?
It's super interesting and super exciting. There's a lot of young and energetic people coming through and wanting to do things, and there's a lot of ideas coming around. It's so nice to be able to have conversations with everybody as
What's
well.
lacking, Stacy?
I think a lot of structural things.
Such as?
That for example, we join a trade fair. We don't have people inviting people from abroad.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a lack of just like how do we get this? There's so much good talent, but how do we get it out there in a proper way? And who's going to represent us?
Have you thought of putting your brand in that kind of forum wherein, you know, international buyers like Hong Kong or even Miami, New York Fashion Week, Paris Fashion Week?
We've been invited a couple of times, but right now it's because, like I said, production stuff for us. So it's about a lot of these people are buying in terms of being able to give a certain amount of inventory.
Right.
Yes.
So I think that's why I mentioned that growth is going to be something we focus on next year.
Scaling is important.
Scaling.
Absolutely.
Right.
And
So,
part of scaling is being able to kind of organize everything that we can bring it anywhere.
and how are you dealing with the scaling bit? What are the plans?
We're in conversation now with the current means of production that we have, and we're also talking about understanding that if we want to take this with you guys, we have to be able to. You have to speak to us as well about it and tell us, can you manage this? Because this is where we'd like to push it, and we're going to rely on you to help us with it.
Yeah, so it's like it's really just managing the people around us and
Yes.
maybe adding help. So it's mostly just an internal thing. I think otherwise, the vision for the brand, we're ready.
You handle two brands.
Yes.
Do they cannibalize from each other?
No, not at all. He's also started helping me with the other brand just so we can manage things easier. But no, not at all. I think it's nice to have both. Admittedly, I'm able to express a lot of my more creative side for EC through EC. And then Eustacia, it's just a different side of my brain almost.
If anything, they kind of feed each other. It's nice to have Stacy's client come in for Eustacia, and then she'll come through with her partner, boyfriend, husband, whatever, and he'll see some of the EC stuff, and he won't even know about it. And suddenly,
you pointed out something really important, because for Eustacia, you know, of course, like you said, boyfriends, husbands, they come in, they're like, all right, what am I doing here? I
Yes.
don't have anything to wear. So, are you able, Carlos, to tell them, oh, calm down,
Absolutely.
buddy, come here.
Absolutely.
I've got an outfit.
That's exactly where he comes in.
It's a conversation that is happening more and more often in the shop now. It's nice.
That
It's
is
really
quite
nice.
beautiful.
Yeah, so we've approached, they've approached us also to help them with like building their wardrobes as a couple.
Yes.
Or building their looks for the wedding as a couple.
Yeah.
So it's a nice little thing.
So
that-
you now do weddings, and you guys, for you, Stacia, obviously, but for EC, are you guys also putting together like looks for the
Yes,
entourage?
We have
EC
a barong custom concept as well and things
That's
like that.
very
so.
interesting. All right, I have only a few more questions for the both of you. Stacy, what is your worst investment?
Oh. Maybe putting my time and emotion on someone who wasn't in it the same way I was.
Carlos?
Worst investment? I don't suppose you can call it an investment when there was a point in time where I just wasted a little bit too much time. That's not really an investment, I can say, because an
That makes
error on
sense.
my part, I suppose. Yeah.
What about your best investment, Stacy?
I think my best investment is the people around me and the ones that, and being able to cite the ones that matter. Because I think part of all of my growth is I have people around me to thank, my friends and my family, and being able to get them to inspire me all the time.
Carlos?
That's a great answer, Stace. The Stacy Rodriguez count, doesn't it?
Yes, she does, but I don't want the Miss Universe answer. So what is it?
You gotta give the right answer.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Best investment, really, I think, is kind of just belief in what it is that I can do and what I can bring to them, what I can say. I think for a long while there was a moment there where I wasn't quite sure about it, and I think that's why I say Stacy, because she was also instrumental in telling me that this is a good direction to go in.
Yes. What about your favorite mistake, Stacy?
Oh, my favorite mistake, actually, it's being able to make mistakes all the time. It's my favorite thing about making mistakes, because there's only room to get better.
What about you, Carlos?
The understanding that a mistake is a necessary thing in order to move forward and find the next bit.
That's a nice one. You're going to have to agree with him.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
That's because I learned that from her. I mean, she was the one who told me, so
Well, thank you so much, Stacy and Carlos,
Thank
for
you so
having me.
much.
chatting
Thank you
with
for
us
having
here
us.
at
Thank
Trade
you so
Talks.
much.
It's been so nice.
Yes, I can't wait to see the collections.
Thank you.
And that is it for today's show. I'm Ferdi Salvador. Catch the Bilyonaryo News Channel on Free TV Channel 31 and on cable via Signal Channel 24. Thanks for watching the Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on top.